everybody. It's time to get started. Hope everybody's having a good Friday and the entire week so far. Well, the weather has strangely changed from here. It was real nice, but not for this whole week, but now it's been cloudy all day. But besides that, my day's been pretty good so far. Let's, right. On the to-do list, I know we had the weird disconnections, which I think were indeed because we need to send some message to the server about every minute. So we just need to add another message here. I'll just call it ping. And we'll have, let's move it up above all the server stuff. I mean the lobby stuff. So it would be client send ping message. We could have the net tracker itself do this automatically. But what would actually be better? I guess it depends on if we think of this as like a Unity feature or just something that we do regardless. Which I guess it kind of is a Unity feature, so let's see, we'll have the serialize field, private, float, client, ping, message period. So ping timer. Okay, and then so I guess we'll need our own little boolean. I wonder if there's a way. So we've got the client. I guess we could just, yeah, on the update we can just say if client's not null, then we'll want to send the ping. Well, no, because we'll have to see if it's connected. So let's see. So we've got, okay, we've got the is connected right here. Okay, then we can just use that. So we've got private void update if client is connected, then ping timer, and then if ping timer equals or is less than or equals 0, then we'll set, yeah, we don't need this, and this is a float actually. Then we'll do client send message, and it's just a new empty message. Okay. Let's see. I think that's all set up. I think that's all we have to do actually. Oh well, let's see when we So we want on start client, and then here we'll set the ping timer to ping period. Oh, and also I need to, of course, in the update I need to reset the ping timer here. That should be both every 30 seconds. Alright, so now okay, so the client can't be null. It's good to know that. I should also probably simulate some packet loss. Okay, so what we have to do is back in here. So we have to also check if client is null. Now what? Oh, I spelled it wrong. I'm just gonna wait 30 seconds to see if it'll send the message. We can see the timer ticking down here. Okay. Failed to find. Okay, so it doesn't like that the server doesn't have a handler for this, but that's kind of on purpose. I wonder if there's a message type for the ping already. Add player animation. Connect. So no, there's no one built in. Okay, so if the server just, if it wants the server to have some handler for it, we'll just add one here. And we'll basically just throw away the message. Throw an error if I did that. I basically just want a dummy thing. Is there no way to do that, I guess? Well, I could say debug log. Looks like the radio connection's going out. Hopefully it stays stable now. I think my internet is fine. Okay, ping received from okay, so Since it's not built and run yet, let's just check it out. Let me edit that. I was going to see if I could bring down the period. So we just gotta wait about 20 seconds. More to go. Okay, so that it didn't complain that time. Okay, so now let's try and build a second player just to check what's going on there. Because we were having, I guess this will be good, because I think that there were some problems with the mod list. So we'll figure out exactly what we expect. Okay, so, oh right, and then I need to give the build its own custom mods. Right, it's good, and then this has got a reload. We just got the ping from the client, we can see right there. So the problem is that it says Go is friends only, even though we for sure have Go. Oh, huh? Just got a timeout. Why is it doing that? Maybe 30 seconds is too long. Okay, so let's try something smaller. So we'll start. Alright, and then I've got to give it the better mods again. Show and explore. So let's look. Okay, so it's still disconnecting me. Not really sure what's going on there. Oh, it's kind of annoying. But let's look at this the mods real quick while we're here. So yeah, this is right. So let's check. Cat Chess should be playable because they both should have the same version, and that's true. And the combo mod says playable. Okay, So we know that's good. Checkers. Okay, it says the client out of date. That's because they have numeric version 1 and the server has 3. So yeah, that's true. And then chess is host out of date because they have numeric version 1 and the client has numeric version 2, but the numeric version is still 1 here, so yes, we should update that. And then so that's one bug we need to fix. Sorry, it says only host, and that's true because the client doesn't even have sorry. And then go should say only client. Okay, so the server is pretty much figuring it out correctly, except we need to insert the most up-to-date information here. So something's going on in the game logic, so we can figure that out. So while I'm thinking about it, I'll fix this stuff, and then we'll try to figure out what's going on with the disconnections. Where is it? Combine, yeah, this is what I wanted. Okay, so the problem is here, if the, let's change this to make it easier. If the host mod is less than the client mod, then we need to basically remove the host mod and put the client mod in its place. So let's see. And then we put combine mods match index equals client mod. I guess up here we should make sure we don't have repeats. I just realized that. So if name map contains key, let's see, int repeat index, if name map dot contain, or we should do try get value mod.name and then out repeat index. So then we just have the most recent. So if mod.numeric version is greater than what's already in there, then we just replace it. Otherwise we do this as always. Yeah, and no matter what, it should set to only host. I think that's all good. Okay, and so now we can't set this just to I, it should be combine mods count -1. And then, so what if the client also has So maybe what I should do, instead of looking for repeats here, we should look for repeats here, or where's the function? Oh yes, right here, I was right. Okay, so let's actually move this dictionary out because we're going to use it in a bunch of different functions. And okay, so name map clear. So if, or basically we can copy what I just did over here. Let's see. Let's leave that there now. If it equals slist repeat index, or if it's greater than, then we want to replace it. So let's make a little helper function here. Let's just say transform, and then we'll take a network mod, what is it? Mod list notify entry. And then we just return this. Okay, and yeah, so this will work the same basically. So if we don't see it in the list, then we add it here. And name map mod name equals slist count -1. And then we set slist repeat index to transform and mod. And then we just discard what was in there before, because this other one has a better version. Alright. And so name map clear. So I can kind of just delete the stuff I added a second ago. Oops. Just trying to shift tab, I think. I don't know what I accidentally pressed, but. And then we've got some pretty heavy songs today. Alright, so now we don't have to worry about doubles, so that makes this a lot easier. Okay, so yeah, this code should be all good now. Alright. So I'm gonna look real quick. Let's see, Unity, network, timeout. This is not my problem. Some people are saying that it happens with this advanced configuration. Which, oh, I see the timeouts right here. So, oh, so it wants interesting. Time to wait for ping messages. So 2 milliseconds, that'd be 2 seconds, isn't it? So we need to send a ping every second or something to be safe. And wait, I should look up exactly what these timeouts mean. Okay, so what is this class? Well, it's a network tracker, but it extends it. Okay, so network manager, timeout. Trying to find it. I was sure that sending ping messages would fix it, but well, I guess that is what we have to do, but these timeout things are not showing up in the documentation. Just search timeout. Oh, it doesn't even show up. Advanced. Advanced config. Yeah, it seems like the advanced configuration is a little buggy. Can't even. I'm trying to see what the. I just want to find the documentation for those timeout different numbers. Let's see, does it? Use WebSockets. so that looks good. But we don't even need that player, actually. And sometimes, well, sometimes Unity's documentation is good. Other times it's kind of hard to find what you need. Come on. Seeing the debug level. Custom config. So this is, but it just doesn't tell you anything about it. Alright, well. Okay, I guess I'll just turn that off for now. And let's see. I'm just going to do the same thing I did before. Oh right, it doesn't like it if I have this folder open. Okay. Okay. So now it's doing okay, and I need to move to the lobby scene again. Okay, Unity. Okay, and now I need to move this mod over, because this, when I did this before, it kept timing out. Seems to take about a minute or so. And then in here we reload the mod list. And now, see, we just received a ping, but it should crash anyway. I guess while we're here we can check to make sure. Yeah, so it did give it the new numeric version. Okay, so we just got a timeout. Alright, so let's change the message period here to a second. Seems like a lot of wasted bandwidth, but and it's gonna spam us. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make this void. Okay, so that's, no, that's basically an empty function, doesn't do anything. Alright, so let's try this again. Well, you know, we could probably, like, I doubt the local client can ever disconnect, so let's see, so and client is connected, and client connection dot, oh, well, this, we won't know this. Is there any way we can tell if this is local? Is host. I don't know what that means. So I was hoping that there was just an easy way to see if this was the local client, but we can't use the connection ID because the connection ID for the clients is not the same as the connection ID on the server. So I guess I'll just leave this for now. I mean, doesn't actually send bandwidth, it's just kind of, unneeded, but whatever. Okay, so I need to get out of that folder or it'll yell at me. Oh, the advanced configuration came back on. I thought I turned that off. And also this changed. I had it at 5%. Did this spawn info change? Yes, it did. Oh, maybe I was editing it when the game was still active. If you do that, it does not save your information. Okay. Now what? Oh, because this is open. Oh, I do recognize this song from Metroid. Alright, so join, and I need to switch scenes now. Lobby scene, actually. Okay, so we can see that we get this all the time. So let's just do the same thing we did before, because we know it gives a pretty good time. Right, 100% complete. And now we reload the mod list. That's still out of date. So the weird thing about the mod list you can see is that they're basically, well, the checker seems to be okay, it just got disconnected. So I'm beginning to think that us sending that message is not helping. I guess I should make sure, I mean, the only time this force disconnect, I don't think this ever gets called. Let's debug log force disconnection. The only time that I think this is called is when it is an invalid player. I don't think there's any other time that the server would just kick out a client. Let's see, so server, because it says server disconnection due to timeout. Okay, so yeah, it's not me just, I mean, it's not disconnecting for any other reason. Oh. This is kind of strange because I didn't have this problem before I switched to the new message system, so that's why I was thinking that I just had to send the ping messages myself. Is there like some, and we did look in message type. Oops. There's not like a ping message here. Command. Let's see. Can I go to documentation for this? Okay, but it doesn't actually. I was hoping it had the the oh, what's it called? The comments there. Maybe we can look it up online. Unity message type. Okay, so it does have it. Adding players, sending, synchronizing, mission triggers, communicating connection has occurred. Identifying fragment packets. Okay, so this is for the Unity lobby stuff. Destroying, hiding, spawning. Telling clients they own an object. PC, scene, spawn finish, sync event, sync list. Okay. So nothing here just about pinging. What's this host topology? Okay, that's not what we need. So network client. So connect. Let's get return trip time. Oh, there's not like a ping here either. Let's see. I wonder if the server needs to send pings. That's alright. This is not getting us anywhere. So I guess I'll try it from. Let's try to send stuff from the server as well. Oops. Right. And then if network server connections count is greater than 0, then we server send messages ping empty message, and it'll probably complain to us about the client not having a handler. Alright. It seems silly that the server has to ping, but that's going. And then reload. Alright, still disconnected us. Okay, I don't understand it. So let's see. It was working before when we were spawning things out, so okay, so I wonder. Let's try it now with, we'll just have a dummy network identity object. Oh, and I have the folder open. So annoying. Alright, so build and run. Oh, and I still had the still had the actual game open. Okay, so now it worked. Okay, so again, I'll just copy this over. That's weird, it didn't create the objects. How come? Did it? Oh, it must not have. I bet it messes up whenever it fails to build the object or something, because it switches scenes without telling you. So we gotta go to prefabs. What was that? Alright, so be sure to save. Close this. So I'm gonna change this ping back to something reasonable. Alright, so join and start this up. Alright, and same old thing here to give us unique mods. There we go. Okay, now we reload the mod list. Okay, so let's see if it'll let us compare this. Okay, so cat chess playable. That's right. Checkers is right. Chess is right. Sorry. So it's really just Go that's wrong, so maybe we just mix things up. And it's not. Oh, there we go. I spoke too soon. Could it have to do with this simulation? Okay, well before we do that, let's test both at the same time, and I'll just go look at the modless controller. So there could be two problems. It could either just be a display issue or the actual status is wrong. Okay, so only host, and if we're the host, friends not have. And only client. Oh, that is the problem. It should be not as host. Yeah, I was doing that quick yesterday, so I think that's all that I have to do there. It was a pretty simple fix. I think I didn't save before I did this. Okay, so we know the spawn info doesn't help anything, so we don't need to do this. Okay, so I close the folder. Okay, and then reload. Right, so I think that's right. Yeah, because we don't have sorry, and then we have go, so that's good. And then let's see. Oops. Okay, so we need to fix that. We're going out of range. Let's do it here. Oh, it actually does work there. But it shows an error when I do it here. Okay, so I better look into that. Hey, we haven't been disconnected yet. Let's just wait a little longer, although we've gotten a lot farther. I guess it has to do with the simulation. It's kind of bad. You can't simulate latency without it crashing like that. Maybe it's the packet loss, because I know 5% packet loss is pretty bad, but it's weird that would cause a timeout. Alright, well that looks to be what was going wrong. Okay, so now we don't need that ping anymore, so I'll just delete it out of the network tracker. Or, well, I won't delete it, I'll leave it commented. So we don't need that. Okay. So yeah, it had something to do with packet loss, I think, because I've had ping in there for a long time, so no, not that. So no packet loss. So I don't know what we would do to fix that. I guess maybe it's not a bug in Unity, it's just something that happens with bad packet loss, and so I need to we need to change this so that you can like reconnect in the middle of a lobby, maybe. I don't know how. That wouldn't be super difficult. But that seems kind of unneeded, because in most games if you lose connection in a lobby it would just kick you out and then you'd start again. But I guess if when we deploy the game in the field and there's problems like that, we can fix it when it comes to that. But that's maybe, I mean, I don't think that'd be that difficult to do. We just have to edit a lot of the code. So maybe that's just something we'll keep in mind for the next game. Okay, so we fixed the bug. Oh, there was that one problem where when the client when the client picks the hide button, that gets a null error. So I think the easiest way to fix that is just to run with the editor as the client. Okay, and so yeah, we got argument of range. Oh, that's because this is still running on the old instance where we hadn't taken out the ping yet. Which I hate that it doesn't take you to it. Modulus controller 226. Let's just close it. So it's because all mods out of range. Oh right, it's because we were just setting the name map to I. It should actually be all mods count -1. We fixed that in other code, but not here. Okay. So yeah, let's rebuild and just test that real quick. Alright. Okay, now yeah, we need to edit or give it the custom mod list. Okay. So I can't pick go. Pick, huh? Okay, so yeah, we kind of found a bug there. That this notify ready is still sending even though we got disconnected. Don't understand. Well, okay, I do understand it's because I'm pretty sure it's just because of the latency. So yeah, this got disconnected at around 3,000. Okay, well maybe, yeah, I think it's gonna be really hard to test it if it's gonna keep disconnecting like this. But anyway, we did find one bug. Right. And yeah, these ready checks in there should just stop, like deactivate themselves right away when the server or when the client is not connected. Well, probably actually be cleaner if the outside scripts checked for that. So yeah, game components. Local player information. Component keys. And then we want to connection dot interstate messenger. Subscribe. Oh. New simple listener. On connection change. Okay, so alright, this should be an int. And then if state equals client connection state, or basically if it's not validated, then we set sender.active to false. Okay, and we'll do the same thing in the lobby messages. Okay, so now they'll stop sending ready checks when it gets disconnected. Should probably, well, the server doesn't actually send any ready checks, it just times out the previous readies. So I don't think we have to do anything there. Okay, so let's see. I guess we really had better try to add reconnection to the lobby. I don't think it'll be that difficult. So first thing, the lobby scene. So this is just right when it starts up. So yeah, this is true because then right when the game starts up, if you're at stop or unconnected. Or do we want to try and reconnect? So let's see, when would this happen? I guess it happened if you disconnect during the mod loading, but under the new system, if you disconnect during mod loading, I think the game would just try to reconnect you. I wonder how, I don't know, it just seems strange that we should have to deal with timeouts all the time. Minimum time network thread waits for events. So maybe I should just really increase this to 5 seconds. I want the pop-up. Time to wait for detecting a disconnect. Okay, maybe that's what I need to. So I guess that waits 2 seconds for a disconnect. Let's wait longer. Okay, so I'll bring back the packet loss. Oh, I didn't save before I did that, so it's probably not going to have the new information. Okay, so join. Hopefully this timeout's long enough that the game just won't disconnect us. It seems weird that we wouldn't get a ping in 10 seconds, even with a 5% packet loss. Okay, so we got, this is usually when we start disconnecting around frame 2000. Oh no, it still happened. Why are you doing this to me? Okay, so... Okay, well... let's just turn the simulation off, and over the weekend I'll try to decide what to do about it. Hopefully it won't. I mean, if it disconnects even with the simulation off, then we know that there's some other problem going on. Did I save this? I guess I should turn that off as well. Because I think, yeah, if we don't have to deal with reconnecting during the lobby, then I think that the lobby is pretty much done now. We'll need to test like the rejoining a game, but we need to get the mod loading screen finished for that. Right, so let's just do this one more time. And we've got the network manager, and it has advanced and the simulation off. Okay, so we're up to 3,000. Let's get to frame about 4,000 and just see if it disconnects. Because, like I said, if it does disconnect, then we know that there's some other problem. Also, we can change the server to only send this lobby ready relay when there's a change, but okay, so I think we're past the danger zone. So yeah, it has to do with the server just exiting too quick due to latency and packet loss, but I'll need to research to see if that's like a Unity bug or if that actually would happen during normal gameplay. Alright, oh, well, I should have just tried loading while I was there. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so ready and pick cat chess. Okay, so yeah, we encountered an error obviously because cat chess is just an empty mod. Yeah, and the mod loading scene is not updated for the new system, so okay, so we'll have a little work to do here. Okay, so we have this loading scene server logic. I don't know if I'll use this. I guess it's a good starting point. Oh, it's obsolete anyway. Okay, then I'll move this out because I don't want it to confuse me. Yeah, we had a bunch of other classes. Yes. guess this is right here. Okay, right, so this takes care of those reconnection hello, which is like sends the game state to the server when everything is loaded and you're ready to play. So I think, yeah, I don't think we actually need to change anything about how that works. We just need to update it to use a new system. So basically, there's 3 different messages. There's this hello, which sends the game state and whether you have the game state or you want the server to generate one or pass you on the state from the other player. Then there's the error message, which happens when you can't load a mod correctly and you need to tell the other player to exit out. And then there's the ready message when you've gotten the game state and your mod's all loaded and you're ready to play. So we gotta make those 3 things. Okay, so I guess, yeah, we can probably just use this. Yeah, so I think I'll just kind of combine it all in here. So we need to keep track of the hello messages, and then what is that? Oh, that's to generate the starting conditions. Okay, well, we're gonna kind of do like some cross-server host shenanigans here that wouldn't actually work if the server was on a separate machine, because the server doesn't actually have the copy of mods. So maybe I wonder if I should, like, if the server should ask the host to generate. Well, actually, that's what should happen. The host should just send the generated start conditions in its hello message. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. So the host doesn't even need this. Okay, so I got the hello messages, server info, and then we need server ready check manager, which is for ready to play. So, alright, we have to do timeout. I think 10 seconds is usually pretty good. Alright, this needs to use get or register. So this, yeah, we'll probably just change all this, but alright, and the server doesn't actually do any of that, so I guess let's go to the network tracker and implement the new messages that we'll need. Right, so we got loading game state. And then loading error, loading ready. I like these suffixes because it helps kind of tell what direction these messages should go. And then loading exit message. Okay, and we also need the loading game state. So this is what the server sends back to the clients with the actual game state. So we'll do reply. And then this exit message will tell the game either to proceed to play or proceed back to the lobby. Or so we'll use it for either the ready or error. Maybe we shouldn't. So loading error relay. Because if there's an error and the other player is in the game already waiting for them to reconnect, then they wouldn't probably do anything. But if both players are in the loading screen and there's an error, then they would exit to the lobby again. So it's probably better if we separate it. Okay. So client has got public static action. I think it has, I already have this hello reply, don't I? Probably rename these. Reconnection server reply, let's see. So loading game state message. Don't need that. So this is basically okay, so this is different. We can change this now to just a boolean. Has state because now the server will never generate the state, and just the host generates the state if it's a new game. And then we got loading game state reply, and that's good. I guess we could just use the same message actually, huh? Base. I don't know why every time I type message I always capitalize that E. Okay. And so I had, this was called reconnection hello, I think. So I should just rename that. Right, so loading game state reply, and then we got public static action, no type, and this is loading error relay, and then public static. So this would have, do we need to send any information when we say that the game is ready to play? I don't think so. So this is loading exit received. So client.register handler, what's this do? Maybe I don't have any documentation, but maybe that tells you if you're overriding another handler, I don't know. Messages, loading, game state reply. can't have such a tough time spelling client. Loading. Alright. Notice I make more typos the longer the stream goes on usually. Okay, so we got a couple others here. Loading, error, relay, and loading, ready, exit message. And yeah, these don't have a type or an argument. Okay, so now let's move to the server. It's also got 3 public static action. So yeah, I guess we'll send a connection ID and also the loading game state message. Loading game state received. Static action and disconnection ID. Loading error received. Static, same thing here. Loading ready received. Oh, well, this should actually have the player ready station in it. Network. In case they want to unready themselves. Okay, so first one, loading game state send, and got that, and then copy this over here. Okay, then we got the error, loading error, notify, and it's just the connection ID. Why is it mad about that? Oh, because I need to change this. And this last one is loading ready received. Oh, I need to change the type. Okay. So now I gotta send a bunch of messages out. Let's just start with the game state. Still got plenty of time to finish this, I think. Send, so client send ready state. We should add loading. So we got loading game state. Oh, it's not ready state, it's game state. Message. So instance client send message. So it's loading game state send. Alright. And I'll just copy this a few times. So we got next we got server send loading game state, and it would send it to all. So server send message. So yeah, we don't need to send a connection ID. Then we got client send loading error, no arguments, and we just send a new empty message. Let's see, loading error, and then this is loading. Oh, I almost forgot. Okay, and then this is server, and I do need the connection ID here because you want to send it to the other player. Send loading, ready. Oh, what did I do? Okay, and then this is network. Player, ready notice. There we go. And server, send loading, exit. And yeah, no message there. And we send it to everybody. Server, send message. Loading. There we go. And another empty message. Okay, so I think done in the network tracker. So this reconnection server manager is going to change to the loading manager for the server. Okay, so now we gotta register some callbacks. Oh wait. I don't know why we do that, because we already have the server information. Oops. I'm just going to rename this to info. Okay, and then we don't need this at all anymore. Okay, so we got network tracker. Server messages callbacks, and so game state equals on receive game state work tracker server message callbacks loading error on receive error ready on receive ready. Okay. And I guess let's go ahead. I'll do it backwards so that they'll generate in the order I like. Okay. So got the message and also connection ID. Alright, so you can kinda just copy here. Used to, it would have to send something back because before we did the RPC, we don't have to do that anymore. Okay, so connection ID. Yeah, we don't use the hello messages name anymore, so this will be game states. I guess we'll keep the message because we might want to know if it's null or not. And then info. We should also check to make sure that we care about this connection ID. So if info is valid, or is connected is what it's called now. We don't return anything anymore. Okay. So I guess how would the server know? So we might have to add another thing into the link game state message because the server kind of needs to know who has like priority. Actually, I guess it'd be pretty easy because it would just always give the host game state back unless the host didn't have the game state, then it would take the client game state. So yeah, we don't have to do anything else, I don't think. Alright, yeah, and the host is always 0. Song seems very familiar, but I can't place it. Okay, so we don't need this, but I guess we'll send back. And it's pretty easy. If host, yeah, we'll need to change that, but if host has state, then send back equals host hello, else send back equals client hello. And I think that's all we have to do, because if both don't have the state, then when we send back the client hello has state would be false still. And so then we just, the games would exit. So yeah, I think that's all we have to do. So then network tracker server send game state, and then we clear the hello messages. Oops. States clear. Back, game state. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty simple. On receive error. Okay, so we can delete this. And yeah, we don't have to do all this anymore either. So we got the network game state, and so it just knows the host and the active player. Okay, so board creator. Okay, so it creates the board from this. Oh right, and so if it is the host, it just sets your local player order to that. Otherwise, it does the opposite. Yeah, I think I remember doing that earlier, because before we sent connection IDs and stuff back and forth, but this way is just easier. Okay, so on error, this is really simple. First we just check to see if we care about this connection ID, and then we just say network tracker send. Okay, we should probably, I just realized we should clear this before we send that, just in case something weird happens. But anyway, send loading, oh it's server send loading where's the error one? Must have named it wrong. Server send loading game state. Oh right, I didn't rename it. Okay, so then we say info dot other connection ID, and then we send. Okay, and it's supposed to be no message. And then finally here, if info dot is connected connection ID, then we do if ready to play dot player notified ready, then we send exit. Okay, so I think that's all I have to do with the server logic. So now we got loading, got the client loading manager. So this does have some commands and things. We got the private message. Network game state. And then private message. No type, so on error received, and private on exit received. Okay, so let's see, how did some of these other things do it? Okay, so I do need that. I think I'll just copy and paste this. What else? Okay, so we got on game state received. Which is, I think right now it's called like reconnection. I don't know. Hello received. Yeah. So we'll rename this to game state received. Or yeah, I'll put loading at the beginning. And then this is, oh yeah, the command. So to send the game state. So it also send a network game state. And this is loading game state send. And it'd be send game state. And I'll wait to create that. So then we got the on error received, and this has no type. Okay, and do we have something for this? Yep. and I'll just change this name to loading error received. And this is just a simple command. And so loading error. Okay, we got that. And finally, got the exit received, which does not have any arguments. Let's see, we probably have an RPC thing, yeah, right there. So I'll change this to loading exit. And this is loading, or let's play send ready or something. Loading ready send. No type. Oh, actually we do send a boolean. Okay, so this is send error. And send ready state. Okay, yeah, this should be we need this, ready sender. What's the type? Okay, so this is actually send ready state, and this will be ready state change. Right, so don't need that. Network tracker. So we got a bunch of stuff here. Well, it's just the loading game state and loading error and loading exit. On received game state, and then on received error, and you know the next one, on received exit. Okay, and then I'll just generate these methods backwards, so it'll be in the order that I want. Except I actually want this up on top. Alright, so we got the state here, and all we have to do is call network tracker, client send loading game state, and it's a new message. So has state equals state does not equal null, and oops, I did it again. Supposed to be a comma there, and then state equals state. There we go. Pretty much the same thing here. Client send loading error. Oops, misspelled that. Why not? Oh. Now will you let me? Thank you. And then ready. Okay, so here we actually send the message. Tracker client send ready. Okay, so we got the new player notice. Okay, and then here it's on want to change, so we say ready sender active equals ready. If not ready, then we need to send ready state false. I think that's how I did it. Let's look here just to make sure. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And then here we actually receive something, so I just need to call the message. And we won't transform that. Oh, well, we do actually. This is the message. Okay, so message.hasState, else we send a null. So on error received and on exit received. Okay, that was pretty easy, I think. Okay, so now we got to add these objects to the game. Okay, so new server loading. Just logic server. Why is it not showing up? Oh, it's still named this, so we got loading manager. And then new client, loading manager, this. Alright, and we don't need these at all anymore, I don't think. Okay. And then, okay, so we got all that set up, but nothing actually uses it yet. So we got the mod loading scene right here. That's what I was looking for. Do we still need this? Yeah, we do. Okay, send error is typeless, but then we got send ready is actually a boolean. Private message bool. And send hello, we just send the network game state. And I'm going to rename that to send game state. Send error. Send ready. We don't need that anymore. We probably will need a connection helper. Okay, so I know this scene is a bit messy because I pretty much combined everything in here. Okay, so yeah, we do want the game start generator and the board creator and the arrow log. So mod loaded event. Okay, let's clean this up. Get our register. Go. There we go. thing here. And then, okay, we subscribe to that, which is fine. Subscribe to that, it's okay too. But we can simplify this actually, because we don't need to keep references to this around. Do we even... This is mod loaded event 4. Huh. Alright, and then this is waiting for the... Okay, so yeah, this is still good, but we just get the network game state now. Right, and then here, yeah, we're checking for disconnections, so so connection helper dot connection dot interstate messenger and got to check disconnect. Why is it not like this? Oh, okay, it needs to be an iListener. And then this has to have the int type. There we go. So, don't need that at all. So what's this doing? So yeah, waits a little bit, and then sends the mod folder to the mod loader. And then all this is that if you go over this max loading time, then it disconnects, so that's fine. Okay. So yeah, this is quite simpler. Dot stop. About out of time, but I want to try and finish this up. We'll see how long it'll take. Okay, start condition. Okay, so yeah, we need to get It's not like that anymore. Oh, because yeah, it wants an argument. So yeah, what I was looking for is here in the game start generator. Right, so it uses the query. Okay, let's do get or register. Yeah, it doesn't need to save that at all. handler equals calculate starting conditions. I was kind of lazy with this class. Let's see. I need the lobby choices. And then I got the database. Maybe I got the database here because the database is created at a certain point. I don't know. If we have that error, then I'll change this back. But so private game database. Alright, so this is all good now. Alright, well, we still got, I want to try and finish this before the weekend. So, okay. So, switch lobby choices dot match state. So case, if it's fresh lobby or repeat game, then we would generate the state. Oh right, and then I need to get that query, I forgot. So private query start generator returns network game state. And then we got start generator equals games, or actually it's scene components. Oh right, this is the skit or register query network game state. I'll let you do that. And then we got int component keys. So start conditions. Is that it? Calculate start conditions. And then we've got network game state dot create. Okay, so right, and then we actually, oh no, we can go to the connection help, use the connection helper. So okay, if it's a fresh lobby or a repeat game, if connection helper dot current mode equals host, then we will create the game state. Start generator send. Otherwise it just stays null. Why do I do that? I don't have to get it again. I was pretty lazy with this class, wasn't I? I don't even get these objects yet. Oh, that'll be easy to fix for now. I want to finish this logic. So on receive conditions, got the network game state. So if State equals null, then we exit to the lobby. Otherwise, okay, so that's good enough. There's some more laziness in here, but I'll fix that Monday. But thanks everybody for watching. It's been a pretty productive day. We, well, could have some more work to do depending on what we want to do with the lobby, but I mean, trying to fix the lobby to be able to reconnect during a lobby would just kind of be busy work. I don't think we'd actually learn anything from it at this point, so I'm not sure if I'll worry about it, but I don't know, we'll see, because I kind of want to move on from this game. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I'll be back Monday at 5 Eastern. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you then. Alright, bye-bye.